Well, Broxa, you just beat TSM along with Cloud9 earlier today. So what do you think about the caliber of play that LCS teams have?
Well, I'm not going to lie. After the first day, it looked pretty easy to win this thing. The NA teams managed to step up a little bit here in the last 2 days, but I think it's pretty clear by now that EU is better than NA.
You get that on this stage. Well, you get that on this stage. But Caps, looking at you, hey, what happened today, man? These guys pulled their weight.
It was crabs today, right?
It was crabs today? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, honestly. It's like a bit embarrassing.
It looks like a bunch of sore losers.
I don't know how you can be a sore loser while you win, but I think I know what you're going to say. But what do you see when you look at this picture?
Obviously, greatness.
You sure it's not a trash can?
No, definitely not. It's not the NA logo.
Oh, my bad.
Middle of the map, you can see
Jungle duo!
Svenskeren, the jungle duo we talked about in Picks and Ban, trying to get away from Whippo. Svenskeren should be able to sacrifice here. Blabber will fall as well. And C9 escape.
All part of the plan,
my friend.
I want to go to you first because with winning this championship, not only do you get the trophy, but you get bragging rights over NA. So anything you want to say to those LCS teams?
I mean, I feel like it's unfair to hit hard at them when they're already laying on the floor, like crying a little bit. So I think we will just take it as a win. We expected to win, so yeah, not much more than that.
But it also means the escape mechanism is not available. Broxa's coming around here. Broken Blade has to expect something is up as Broxa moves around there through the minion wave. Broken Blade still trying to walk away. 2 seconds on the hook shot, 1 second. Oh, he even hits him with the emotes. You gotta love to see it.
Blabber now looking towards the top side.
Maybe Licorice a bit over-eager as he knew Blabber was up here, but we're going to try and get away. Has the teleport, looking for the bush. You have to feel for the TP out, but counter TP comes in. Licorice going to join this fight. Whippo executing to the time. Had to burn the flash. Whippo raises his arms in surrender.
From Team Liquid on the bottom side, all 5 members are here.
And this gives room for Jankos to actually walk into the top side jungle because he saw so many members, and that's a peculiar strategy. Core JJ going for the early turret plate damage.
Okay, so let me check.
It's not just...
Yeah, because I think he also only started with the 1 potion as well, so he had that extra money. So I guess, you know, you can't do that every game because eventually you play against someone who goes bot lane.
Please be careful doing this in solo queue. This is a public service announcement. Do not run it down.
I don't think it's possible for us to lose. I don't think Euro will lose. I think NA already lost. I think if we can play Pi jungle, Bard, Zoe bot lane, and everyone is kind of first timing our champs, then I think they just can't win.
Liquid in the mid lane to spot out his rotation. Now that TL can group bottom lane, there's only one side they can be flanked from, so it becomes impossible for G2.
And look at the control ward in the brush that Impact is in. It doesn't actually see the other ward, so Impact doesn't realize he's able to be seen. There was an issue with the control ward not being at the right angle to see the normal ward, and that is huge for letting G2.
I will say though, like props to Team Liquid. I think they're actually a team that plays really well. We didn't get to play our best game against them when we played them, so we also need to give a little bit of props to them. Yeah.
We can bring back Liquid to Europe.
Yeah.
Do not take them from us. Do not take them from us.
I think EU has demolished NA so far.
The dive happened onto Impact, but Smithy has showed up. Yeah, he's just farming up some Krugs now, but G2 has to know if they try to do something. Jankos will have to deal with his opposing jungler being right there.
On towards that blue buff. Licorice and Blabber getting some river control here for C9, maybe even looking for the invade on this blue.
C9 utilizing their pressure well. You can see that Nemesis stuck underneath this tower for the time being, and Svenskeren has made his way across. So we could start seeing this roaming duo jungle setup coming out from Cloud9 as Broxa smites away the blue buff.
Svenskeren now roaming around and leaving Morgana to the 2v1.
Blown here from Bjergsen, but he goes in.
Bjergsen looking to shuffle that enemy mid laner backwards. The bullet does not hit. A critical miss from Greg could be disastrous for another pick.
Destiny going down bottom lane as Licorice is overextended. Hylissang, Reckless, and Nemesis all here to pick up the kill. Licorice going to try and dodge around as much as he can with the counter-strike, but he won't survive for long. Nemesis secures it.
For real. Well, while we talk about, you know, how one-sided it was in the early game for Fnatic, as you mentioned, there were a couple moments where Cloud9
let's
found a
pull up
killer
the NA highlights.
But there are no NA highlights. There's just the final fight.
Oh, okay.
So, it is also one Mark Zimmerman's birthday. Look at that happy face there.
Beautiful face. Get to see it all the time.
We're not singing for You know what?
He rarely looks this happy, though,
I was going to say.
in the studio.
I would be pleasantly surprised to find that he is giving that exact look to his television at home right now in watching us wish him.
Yeah, I hope he spends it doing the things he loves, you know, being grumpy,
playing TFT,
sitting on the couch,
complaining about things,
watching anime,
procrastinating. No, keep going. Much love, Mark. We miss you.
Anyone down with CC, they just 100% to 0 smoothie with the Sivir.
We all know the two versions of LeBlanc that you see in your game. Your team's LeBlanc, which kind of is a caster minion. The enemy team's LeBlanc, which pops everybody in the blink of an eye. If LeBlanc falls too far behind the curve of the game, she quickly switches to that second kind, where it's like, you see Conqueror on Yasuo for the extra damage, the extra ability to punch through defenses as the game goes on. Fleet Footwork, the name of the game here, in order to have a better laning phase against Caps, keep his health popped off. Yankel's also with the Hail of Blades on the Rex side to get off those auto attacks very quickly early on, makes him an incredible duel. There we go, the three-team lift at the same time.
Supports!
Supports are the true carries, people.
Maybe that's why they had a triple lift. We only had a double lift. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna
Who
go.
let Freak on the desk?
I figured it out.
Roll by roll here.
For something themselves. Now the Ezreal locked in.
With a pat on his shoulder as well.
There's another pat on the shoulder. All right.
Jay's like, all right, we're gonna play some poke lane here. Don't worry about it.
Long range for Team Liquid down there.
So if you could all please join us in a rousing rendition of Happy Birthday to Sam Kobe Hartman Kensler. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kobe. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. It's Many time.
Many time.
Many time.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Broken Blade establishing control over the Tri-Brush here.
Broken Blade not afraid. Greg making his way up into the top side here as Broken Blade decides to issue the Hextech ultimatum to keep his opponent still. Greg cannot get to the fight in time. There was no ult available. It was used in the mid lane.
You're looking at a 10 to 7 level difference and a fully completed item.
And you're looking at an 8,000 gold difference as well as Whippo jumps in the mid lane. Nemesis tanking up the tower. The turret's still alive. Niski gets him! And Niski will take the kill. Whippo falls as well. A botched tower dive and C9 come out alive.
For extensions, it's very similar to what we saw in our game one of the day, where while TSM and Cloud9 have found kills, they can very rarely convert it into objectives because of what the European teams are doing elsewhere on the map.
And now we'll see Origin just setting up for this push. 1-4 probably, could be a 1-3-1 as well. You have enough teleports and you've got Corki and Aatrox who can just go into those side lanes. TSM trying to set up a play down here as Broken Blade and Bjergsen have snuck in here with no vision. Patrick is the one to step forward. Mithy's on him. Cold is there as well. You have to feel you just go for the burst here. TSM waiting in the wings. The Abyssal Voyage coming out as well. They're trying to kill Patrick with the final chapter used. Patrick's still alive in the back of this. Now he'll fall. Rick gets it, but Broken Blade so low, taken down up towards the top side of the fight.
TSM lost 1 against Fnatic yesterday. Excuse me. They beat Dan. Well, now Dan's big brother's coming in, and you got to deal with him instead. Uh-oh.
Whippo going hard in that team fight. So good out of him. Nemesis even late to join that fight, but Fnatic felt so
They're waiting for the
confident.
respawn?
They
One
want
more second
Reckless
for
to have
Reckless?
it. Why not?
Yeah, there you go. Mickey X barely walking himself out as Double It fires off the True Shot Barrage. Not going to find the mark on that one, but Team Liquid Blade going in on the Whippo, not finding the stun, but has the Hextech ultimatum ready to go. Whippo wants to step away from some of the CC coming out from Grigg, but he'll chain it together pretty nicely. Whippo trying to dodge and dive away from this. The counterattack coming through, but Whippo makes it a 1-for-1. He'll go down, but damn if he didn't play it well.